Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Life with Shenita. I am Shenita Connolly, your host for this evening, and I am delighted to bring before you some amazing guests that will be joining me this evening for a wonderful conversation, a jazzy conversation, that is. So, if you would like and share this broadcast as we prepare for a wonderful discussion. I'm going to bring in my first guest, Angela Lewis, executive leader. She is a jazz enthusiast, community advocate, youth advocate, business leader, just a trailblazer. So we're going to welcome Angela Lewis to the platform. Good evening.
Good evening, Shenita, and good evening to your beautiful guest.
Yes, it's so good to have you. It's been a minute.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. So happy and honored to be sharing the platform with you this evening.
Yes, thank you so much. And next, we're going to bring in Courtney Bush, photographer, customer service on 10 Plus, to join us for this jazzy conversation. So let's welcome Courtney Bush. Welcome, Courtney.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Glad
afternoon.
to have you, Courtney.
I'm glad to be invited. I'm excited about your show.
Yes.
A wonderful show last year.
Yes, it really was. It was beyond our imagination, wasn't it, Angela?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a great show. We're really proud of that. And so, last but certainly not least, the gentleman of the hour we're going to bring on to join us this evening is none other than, I call him a bonus brother, Tom Jones. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the panel here. I understood that there was a need for some testosterone on this show, so here I am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that too.
Yes, hey, you gotta add it.
Yes. So I would like for you all to kind of introduce yourselves to the audience in any way you like. Let's start with the ladies. Angela?
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. As Dr. Shenita did say, I'm Angela Lewis. I am definitely a true jazz enthusiast. I am also a real estate agent with Keller Williams, West Atlanta. I'm an author. I'm a transformational speaker, and I actually host a podcast as well.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about that podcast, Angela.
Okay. Well, my podcast is a podcast for entrepreneurs and leaders, and it's called the Boom Millennial Podcast. I have a co-host, my cousin. She's the millennial. I'm the baby boomer. So we're sort of merging two generations of leadership and entrepreneur insights and experiences.
That's exciting. I've seen some episodes and I love it.
Yep. So check us out. We actually drop an episode on the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month at 8 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. And you can see small reels where all the little social medias, that's what Deanna does, the social media stuff, Twitter and Instagram and all of that. But Boom Lineal Podcast, we would certainly love your support.
Yes. Courtney, photographer.
Hi, I am Courtney Bush. I'm with Courtney Bush Photography. I've been a photographer for over 20 years. It's a love of mine. I specialize in headshots, weddings, events, pretty much any of your photography needs, even promotional videos. Uh, so if you have anything that you need shot, just let me know. I always say your headshot today is your handshake because everything today is online and digital. So a lot of people will see your headshot before they see you in person. So I also specialize in making those headshots modern. So, you don't get bored.
I love that.
Seeing those. Yes. And yeah, I'm available for any of your photography needs.
And how do they contact or reach out to you?
Yes, you can reach out to me through my website, www.courtneybushphoto.com. You can also email me at cbush1012@gmail.com.
Wonderful. And she does great work, everyone. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Angela. Last but certainly not least is the Tom Jones. Tom, introduce yourself. Did he freeze?
You froze?
Do you see me?
There we go.
Am I back? I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay. Well, I've been snitching since I was a child. When I was a child, my mother used to always tell me, boy, you always like to tell it. My mother would go to the store and come home, and a brother or sister would swipe their finger through the cake. And I'd say, oh, this one did it. I can tell you. They were debating about whether to do it or not. And then he swiped his finger. I saw him do it, Mama. I saw him do it. But I always liked to tell it. So at an early age, I knew I wanted to be a news reporter. So I set off to embark on that career. And I've been working as a news reporter here at WSD TV for the last 23 years. Love what I do. Did I lose you?
I think you're on mute right now.
Yes.
So, Tom, did you say you've been snitching all of your life?
I say since I was a child. I guess all of my life.
I love that. I love that. So this career was just.
But I get paid to snitch.
So not only are we savvy and professional in our own careers, but we love jazz. So let's talk about the love of jazz. Tom, let's start with you this time.
Well, I can tell you, I mean, if you follow what I do, I cover some of the worst events that you ever want to see. I wouldn't let my kids watch the news when I come on. I kind of cater towards crime in court. So I'm always in court. I'm always interviewing some mother who's lost a loved one or someone who something horrible has happened to them. And unfortunately, I have to cover that. And so I need something. I always tell people when I'm on TV, I'm Tom Jones. When I'm off TV, I'm TJ. It's like Superman going into a phone booth and taking off that suit and putting on a cape and flying around the world. Well, I take off my suit and I like to go and listen to some jazz. I like to travel the world enjoying jazz. There is nothing more soothing to me than to get my wife and to pack our bags or go around the metro area and attend an outdoor concert or an indoor concert. Jazz soothes me. There is something about it that feeds my soul, that calms me, that puts me in a place of balance. I always seek balance in life, in everything that I do. And jazz helps me do that. It helps me see hope. It fills my spirit to the point where there's hope. And you lose hope a lot of times when you cover some of the stuff I do. But when I get to jazz, it takes me right where I need to be.
I love it. I love how you said me and my wife will pack our bags and go away. That reminds me of me and Winston Connolly. We would pack our bags and hit the road to a concert, to enjoy, to unwind, to deprogram from the hustle.
I'm like another person. I'm one person at work, but I'm like another person when I can go somewhere and sit on a beach or sit at a park somewhere and listen to some jazz. The music is inspiring. It's nothing that's promoting something violent or something of discord, or it aims to bring people together. It aims to put you in a place where you are enjoying life. And that's what I love about it. Yes. You know, there's no gangster jazz songs, right?
Right.
There's no gangster jazz music. It's jazz music. It says it all.
Yes, it is. I don't even know how to describe my feeling when I'm in a concert. Like you said, it just takes you away and you just forget about everything.
Yeah.
You know,
You remember the old commercial, Calgon, Take Me Away? I know I'm dating myself, but you know, jazz is my Calgon.
Yeah.
I don't remember that commercial.
Well, like I said, I'm dating myself. You probably don't remember hold a letter, special orders, don't upset us. You don't remember that either, do you? Anyway.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. But you know what? To piggyback on what Tom was saying about what jazz does for you, you know, there's something about jazz that deeply resonates, you know, within me. You know, for me, I find that the melodies have a way of soothing the soul, and every note fills me with a sense of hope and renewal. And it's just a reminder that even in the midst of complex, you know, things, life, there's always beauty and optimism that can be found.
Yes. Yeah. I love that. Beauty and optimism. Yes. In a hectic, unkind world, as Tom said. He's
often unkind. It's not always unkind. There are some beautiful people in this world.
Yes, there are.
The nasty people get a lot of the attention, but there are beautiful people in this world. And a lot of them are at jazz concerts.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And my father's the one who introduced me to jazz. He would play it around the house all of the time, put on a Thelonious Monk record, and we would just like sit down and listen to that. And it, like you said, it's very calming to the soul. And it just made me go down the rabbit hole even more to listen to more. And now I have my favorites, you know. And I just recently actually saw Gregory Porter.
Oh, man.
And and I was like, they call Barry White the Velvet, but I'm like, no. I'm like, Gregory Porter is my Velvet.
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Yes.
We love him. Oh, we love him.
Absolutely.
But get you through your day. You know, I'm sitting at a computer all day. I also work, in addition to photography, I have a corporate 9-to-5. And so we'll turn off the television, and a lot of people are like, well, I watch Netflix while working. I'm like, no, I turn off the television and I put my jazz on, and it just helps the mind.
Yes.
You know, so that's my experience with jazz. And anytime I'm having a chance to get to a concert, I'm like, oh, I'm there. And your concert last year was so beautiful.
It was.
Yeah. I every time I think about the vision that I had in 2022, and I called Angela at the top of 2023, and there goes the vision. It couldn't have been a better whole setup for last year. And so, Angela, you want to share a bit?
Well, what I just want to say is, first of all, last year's jazz concert at Spivey Hall at the Clayton State University campus was an incredible experience. And I know Shenita is so excited to bring that energy back again this year. But we had everything from a VIP concert entertainment. We had a lavish spread for our VIPs to come in and eat and just, you know, get to fellowship with one another. And then they were hosted in the beautiful Spivey Hall. And then our artists just did their thing, with the headliner being Kim Scott.
Yes, it was amazing. And you know, go ahead, Tom.
Can I be honest? Can I be brutally and rawly honest? I don't think rawly is raw to the heart honest. I didn't know what I was coming to last year. I honestly, I remember my wife Yolanda telling me we were going to something, and I just said, yeah, I'll be there. Let's go. And I think on the way there, I was asking her, what was it? And she said, oh, some concert or something, because I don't associate Shenita with jazz concerts. I'm being honest. But we get there, and you know, everybody's out in the vestibule, in the area, the little area, and everybody's hanging out and eating. And okay, I'm like, well, it looks nice and calming. Okay, it's gonna be something nice out. And I'm just chilling out, talking to people, and just kind of wondering what my night awaits. And then we go inside, and it was just so magical. It was just the music was incredible. The vibe was just off the chain.
Yes.
And the spirit in that room.
Yes.
I was so proud of you guys for just how you put this together and the artists that you got and how it made me feel. I was, I might, if I'm talking too much, just mute me. But anyway, so I'm sitting next to this guy. He apparently loves jazz, but the girl he was with, they were sitting right behind me, she just didn't love it at all, apparently. So she's sitting here like this here, and he's jamming, he's trying to get, I'm jamming, and I'm like, and Yolanda kept looking at her like, she's not moving. And then by the time that thing was over, that girl was up on her feet. She was clapping, and the spirit had filled her.
Yes.
That's what I loved about this concert. There was a lot of crowd participation, and a lot of you don't see too much of that at jazz concerts. It's kind of a lot of sit back and just kind of relax. And even though it was relaxing, it was also a lot of crowd participation. They made people get on their feet, so they made it a good time while you're listening to jazz music. And I love that about the program.
But Tom, you mentioned something very I love what you said about, so sometimes somebody may be the date of someone who's the jazz enthusiast, so they'll probably come just to support loved one. And of course, everyone loves Shenita. So some people came just to support Shenita because this was her first jazz concert. But let me tell you, the ambience of the concert was so great and so unmatched. So whether you are a jazz enthusiast or just looking for a night of great music, this event is something that you don't want to miss, and you will not regret that you were there.
But don't you think that this was the perfect event, perfect venue, perfect everything for somebody who was new to jazz?
Yeah.
For them to get in there and say, whoa, it doesn't put me to sleep.
Yep.
I can be moved by it. I can get up and dance to it.
Yes.
It had all of that where somebody new to this genre would say, it dispelled all the myths I had about jazz. No, you can enjoy yourself. You can get out and dance a little bit and move.
Yes, you can.
I'm ready to move now, man.
Yes. As a matter of fact, while we're on that note, I just want to play a snippet from last year, the encore of the concert for the audience, because I want them to just get a taste of what that was like.
Awesome.
So let's share just a little bit of that.
Okay.
What y'all know about this? You make me happy. You get better. You magnify me. Yeah. And I won't forget. And I really love you. You love. I want to make sure.
I remember that. I remember it.
Was that not amazing?
Yes, it brought back memories.
Yes.
I was going to start dancing, but your admonition was do not move, stay still. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. I was ready to get out.
Yes. Kim
And I
just blew us away.
Yes, and I remember that being a part of a whole medley
Yeah.
of just like dance jams that just had this rhythm to it. And so that part was like really fun to me. So in environments like that, having to work,
Makes it all worth it, right?
I can't hold back. So I'm like, okay, I'm professional, but hey,
I'm gonna get my groove on.
I will take the photo and then
I saw you dancing with the camera, Courtney.
it was that like you could not move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And Kim was so engaging though with the audience.
Her
Wasn't she?
personality is
Really
amazing.
was.
Yeah.
When I first met her, I think, Tom, you were in Pensacola in 2022. I think you guys were there. That's when I met Kim.
Wow.
So Cadillac, who hosts the Gulf Coast Summer Jazz Festival, is, that's my hometown. And so I ended up working at the concert, at the festival.
Wow.
I ended up working the table and helping the artists sell their CDs. So I got to meet all of them. And that's how I connected with Kim and her husband.
Wow.
Oh,
So
that's
impromptu, did not plan to be working. They needed help. I jumped over to help them and ended up helping them the whole weekend. But it was a blessing because it gave me close proximity of all the artists and to establish some rapport with them. And the rest is history.
wow. Wow. God puts us where we need to be.
When we need to be there. Yes.
When?
Yes.
And she and her husband are such a great team, and they were so gracious and so easy to work with.
They were.
She is so talented. But what I really loved about it is she's, down to earth. She was professional, but she was just so pleasurable to be around. And she and her husband were just top notch.
Yes, they were.
So engaging and just easy to connect to. And I think that's the audience quickly. When I'm listening to jazz or watching a jazz show, I want to feel the connection with that audience, that they're just as invested in having a good time as I am.
Yes.
And she did it. She right away, bam.
Yes.
Yeah, that medley of songs, as you mentioned, it was like, it was pop music or R&B music, but it was jazz that had you up on your feet.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And as I was planning it, I was talking with Angela, and she reached out to some of her friends who love jazz, and they said, have you thought about Brooke Offord? And so that's how Brooke became a part of the lineup through Angela's and her contact. And so Brooke was excellent to start the show out.
Yes.
She set it up. It was amazing.
It was,
And I love that we had a variety. Each of the artists had their own thing, because Brooke was our violinist who opened up the show. And then we had our saxophonist,
Yes, D. Lucas.
Yeah, D. Lucas, who is always represents. And
Yes.
just wonderful. And the saxophone, by the way, is my favorite instrument.
Yes. I've been following D for a long time, like a long time.
Yeah.
And so it was great to have him to be a part. And he really helped me throughout the process of kind of understanding how to reach out to the artists, how to set things up. He was so helpful. Like, I will help you.
Yes.
So I was grateful for that.
Yeah. He was good.
You're the host, but can I ask you a question, Shenita?
Yes.
Can I play journalist?
Yes.
Okay. Because I play one on TV. So I play one here. But where did this whole idea come from, and how did you manage to put all this together and make this all work? It's just, how did you birth this baby?
So my husband and I were jazz enthusiasts. And so in 2022, I sold my home. It was year 8 of his passing. And so I was just thinking about the whole journey, 8 meaning new beginnings. And I was like, you know what? This would be a great honor and a tribute to the journey that we had together as one. And so that's kind of where it came from. And I said, you know what? I am going to put money aside to host this concert in memory and honor of Winston Connolly and all the widows and widowers that I have been supporting for the last 8 years. And that's kind of how it came to fruition.
Wow.
And the rest is history. And so year 8, the year of new beginnings, and Angela jumping in and saying, I'll help you. And there we go.
Wow.
And I love jazz. And it was perfect because I knew I wanted D. Lucas. I knew I wanted Kim Scott as the headliner. And when Angela and I were talking, Brooke Alford came in. And then I reached out to Hank Stewart. I said, Hank, I'm thinking about hosting a concert. If I had to host a concert in Atlanta, where would you recommend? He said, without a shadow of a doubt, Spivey Hall. So that is the only place I looked at.
Wow.
Because Hank said Spivey Hall has the best acoustics to me in Atlanta.
And it's all.
Yeah, I scheduled an appointment with them and the rest is history. It was like they just welcomed me.
And shout out to Spivey Hall too, because they were, like you say, very welcoming. And when Shenita had explained that, this is her first, endeavor, they were very good as well, walking us through and letting her know, like, well, these are all the things that we can help you with. And these are the things that we can provide. And it was amazing because, they had so many things that it was just great. So that's a great venue, not only the acoustics, but they have everything so much in order to help someone that their endeavor will be successful, because they really threw a lot of things and gave suggestions and sort of best practices maybe that other producers had done in the past. So they were great to work with as well.
But this is a testament to just making sure to release your dreams. So many people have dreams and keep them inside.
Yeah.
But Shenita, you released it and put it into action. And that's to be commended.
Yes, thank you. And Tom, I want to encourage others to do that, including myself, because there's some things on my list that have yet to become a reality. And so we have to jump out there. And so I jumped out there and did this. And so I tell myself constantly, okay, you can jump out and do those other things that you are set to do.
Yeah.
And so I want to encourage other people, jump. Just jump. Don't be afraid.
And sometimes, even if you are a little afraid, do it anyway. Do it scared, because you take one step and there's always going to be someone there to usher you to the next step. So
Great point. Great point.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Angela, you are the epitome of a go-getter. Can you share with them, not only, Tom and Courtney, but the audience, how you jumped out there and left Atlanta and started your business?
Sure. And thank you. So one of the things that Shenita is speaking about is I love Atlanta, and I got afforded some opportunities. I was with UPS. I'm a corporate girl, and my background, I'm an accountant by degree, but my background, I migrated over to sales and marketing. And so I did really well in sales. And so my college, the University of South Carolina, actually honored me as alumni of the month for 1 month. And so that put me on the, I guess, the dean's list in business. They wanted to actually find someone to come and teach the sales and marketing class. And so they began to court me if I would move to South Carolina and teach. And I thought, what a great honor. I never thought about, being a college professor. And so I actually owned my own franchise at the time. I had 2 other partners, and I told them that I think I wanted to accept this opportunity. And so they wished me well. We had a great relationship. So I moved to South Carolina. Then shortly after, friends of mine were telling me that Amazon is getting into the shipping business, and that Angela, they're looking for, diversity and women, and we think we'll be great. So I did apply, and I was awarded my own Amazon contract. So that then Amazon needed me to relocate to York, Pennsylvania. So I have been from Columbia to Nashville, Tennessee, then to York, Pennsylvania. But the biggest thing is, when you say God is everywhere, well, you have to believe that and step out on it. And so he is everywhere, and the universe or whomever you do believe in, that higher being, is everywhere. So when you get opportunities, go, because I had so much success by just getting over my fears, because when I went to Pennsylvania, I knew no one, and I had to build a team. And I actually I hired my son to come and help me, and I went from, let's see, when COVID hit, because it was 2019 and 2020, from running 10 vans with 35 employees to running 5 vans, 45 routes, and 120 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was always so amazed with Angela and her tenacity and her courage to jump and do what's necessary on her journey. So, I'm grateful to be connected with you, all of you. And there's something specific about each of you that keeps me connected. Like Tom and Yolanda, what got my attention was the fact that they were doing couples events.
Wow.
And Winston and I led the marriage ministry at our church for many years. And we truly were like marriage champions. And so that is what got my attention. Like, man, I love this. And you know how they would just get together. Tom, you remember all the memories and all the events that you would share on Facebook, all the gatherings. Y'all would have so many.
I had to say this. I know I'm off topic here, but whenever people say that, it's just so bizarre to me. Like, this is what husbands and wives do. I'm not doing anything extraordinary.
But when you live around, I get it, because I believe like you and we operated like you. But there are so many people who don't understand and value marriage and relationships.
Yeah.
So you hear more negative than you do positive a lot. And so when I see it, I feel it, and I know that it's genuine and sincere.
I get it too, but it's distressing to hear. I get guys calling me like, "Oh man, I don't like hanging out with my wife." You really like hanging out with your wife? I see you with her. I just look at people like they're aliens. It's like, why would I be with somebody that I'm not enjoying? And then she loves what I love. She loves jazz music like I love. She loves traveling. She loves. Why would I not want to? It's just.
It blows my mind too. And I'm so grateful that my second marriage was a wonderful experience, because the first one was not like the second one. And I'm glad that God blessed me with a wonderful husband, and I have great memories. And so I can encourage other people to hang in there in their relationships and keep pushing.
Do you still do those relationship seminars?
I do. I'm a presenter for Elevate with the University of Georgia. Okay. Elevate is a relationship course, and is to help couples elevate their relationship. And so I absolutely love it. That's
encourage them to go to jazz concerts.
Yes. I do. And look at this. Jared Ojada said he's looking forward to the event again, but he said, truth to you, Tom, I love being with my wife too. They're an amazing couple.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So Courtney, you want to chime in?
Yeah. Just piggybacking off of what Tom said, I would have never thought this was your first event because of how well it was put together. It was the first time you've done this.
First time on this level.
Yes. You walk in the door, there was the red carpet. So it's like, when you come to this event, dress to impress, because you will have your red carpet moment. You walk in the door, then you have your different little tables that you can pick up information for. You walk down the stairs, there is a pre-jazz band playing. Okay, yes. This is not even the concert yet. It's like a pre-jazz band, and these are high school students that play like they were at Carnegie Hall or something. Like these children were, I even hate to call them children, because I'm like, these young adults were like playing their hearts out. So you get a pre-concert, The food was amazing. It was set up beautifully. Um, then you can get your photo taken. Once you got downstairs. And then once the concert started, the concert was beautifully done. It moved well. You had poets. I think that's another thing people don't realize that you did. You had poets and they were wonderful. So I love that part of it. And like I said, even just document, I appreciate you letting me document that event for you. It's very important to get documents or programs like that documented because you want to remember these things later on in life and be able to pass this information and just everything that went on. You want to be able to pass it on. So
Yes.
yeah.
It was an elegant night, but Shenita, I got to tell you, that dress you had on, girl. I'm serious. I watched that dress for a while. I just it just flowed, and the title was An Elegant Night of Jazz, but it should have been An Elegant Dress at the Elegant Night of Jazz because it was spectacular. That dress wore you, girl. Yeah,
Thank you. I felt elegant too. And
Yes.
I was tormented on which dress to wear. And I said, this is the one.
You chose right.
Yes, this is the one.
And
Hey, Vince, how you doing, brother?
why you are so happily and married because the detail that was so nice. What a beautiful compliment. And
Yes.
remember that because, as ladies, we definitely take the time and try to pick out something nice. And for you to notice that and say that, so sweet.
Yes, I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. And look, Vincent McCant says, hello, everyone.
Hi, Vince.
Hi, Vincent.
Yes.
We
So
look forward
so let's talk about that pre-concert jazz band.
Yes.
So the connection with that was my husband was an educator for 10 years with the Clayton County Public School System. He did special education was his niche. He loves special education students. And so when I thought about the concert, I was like, I heard them perform. I said, oh my goodness, it would be great to showcase this group of children at the concert. So that's how they became a part of the pre-concert piece. And I'm so grateful that the band director said yes. And we had a sponsor to donate $1,000 to that program.
Yes.
So it just blessed my soul because those kids worked very hard. They not only performed like adults, as you said, that night, but they worked very hard in their art. And so the world needs to see that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, check them out. So this year I'm excited because that was Martha E. Stillwell.
Mm-hmm.
This year it's going to be Mount Zion Jazz Band because I wanted to bring and showcase another school in the Clayton County Public School System.
Awesome.
And show some of the great talents that these students have.
Wow.
And that program is ran by Mr. Terrell Mitchell.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm excited.
One of the things that I fear in my industry and what I do is that I'm going to look behind me and there's not going to be anyone coming up that looks like me. And so I'm always working to talk to some young people and kind of show them the way and kind of lead the way and show them this is how you do it and this is where you can end up. And the beauty of this event was when you got here, all these adults are there for entertainment, but you brought these young people to feed their minds and show them the way so they can see how this goes. Yes. And that they don't have to always listen to this one genre of music. They can enjoy this music and they can see where it could take them. So kudos to you guys for including those young people in that. They were magnificent.
Did you hear the young ladies singing?
Oh yes, they were wonderful. Yeah. And I wanted to say too, also to their parents, thank you for the parents of the young people because we gave them a time to be there. They made sure that they were there and on point. And we're just excited again this year with Mount Zion because, Terrell Mitchell is dynamic, and they are absolutely awesome. So definitely come out and support the young people as well.
Yes, yes, yes. And when we presented the $1,000 check to them, we were fortunate enough to have the Clayton County Commissioner chair, the chair, and we had one of the commissioners there, and it was just wonderful because they were playing in the lobby that day, and to hear them and then be able to present them with a $1,000 check by Mr. and Mrs. Keith Horton, who were the sponsors of that donation for the concert. It was just beautiful. The principal was there. Some of the people from the district office was there. My boss at the time, who's the director of finance, was there. It was just wonderful to see everybody support those young people. So I'm excited to be able to bless Mount Zion High School Jazz Band this year as well, because all that we do it for our future leaders.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it.
As you
may not,
Yes.
you may not know, but I myself was in band.
Whoa.
oh, wow.
The importance of especially African Americans, it's for everyone. But I'll just say this, the importance of it for African Americans, we have to get children into it. I played trombone, flute, and piano.
Trombone shorty, okay.
Oh, I know. I love me some trombone shorty.
Trombone Courtney.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and I attended an HBCU on a band scholarship. Yeah, and don't tell them this. I still have my band uniform. Not because I wanted it, but never turned it back in. But it's so funny. I've been out of school forever, so I'm not going to tell my age either. But I was watching something on YouTube the other day, and it was a couple that were from another country that this was their first time watching an HBCU, and they were just so enamored by the bands and the performances and the girls, and it made like I said, being out of school for so long, sometimes you forget about those things, and I actually ended up tearing up, and I was like, why? I've done this. Why am I tearing up? Because someone else appreciated it.
Yeah.
It took someone else to appreciate the band that is our culture. The band that's our culture. They were watching They were watching HBCUs performing, and they were excited, and they were like, wow, we don't have this in our country. We didn't even know something like this existed. And they loved it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's taking me back to
Yes.
But the importance of it, it's very important that we get our young children into music and all types of music. So if you can get your kids into playing instruments, definitely do it.
Yes. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because during COVID, just before COVID hit, I had signed Madison up for piano at K-Pace. Mm-hmm. And when COVID happened, I was able to keep her in that piano program virtually. And so she did piano since 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. This year, she is doing chorus. But, and she was nominated for honor chorus, but she did not make the honor chorus team this time. But to be nominated was, I thought, great as well. So yes, we need to keep our kids into music, and so they can appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes.
And for those who've never been a part of a band, like for instance, like what sports? Now, a lot of times if our children are in sports, our hope is that because they're learning teamwork and camaraderie, but that's the same that happens in a band, because that teaches you how to be on time, cadence, how to keep up. Because believe it or not, I was a cheerleader all my life. I know you're not surprised, right? I wanted to do something different in my senior year, so I wanted to join the band, but I didn't play a musical instrument. But they had rifles. Y'all know, you remember, but the flag,
Yes.
the flag team, you know, they have been together so long, and it's really a skill. But so the coaches, they did like me, and they said, "I'll tell you what, we've never had rifle girls, so we will let you and one other person, if we can get one, be a rifle person." So that's what I did. I would drop it all the time.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
That's what it's called, Tom. That was dropping like
Right.
being a part of a band my senior year, and I just never, like, wow, I loved it though. How you have the band director has a vision, and how everybody does their part, and it comes together, and I highly recommend, like you're saying, Courtney, band. If your children are not in sports, music is a wonderful way to get them engaged, and so that's all I have to say about that.
Yes, I love it. And I want to share, you know, this year we have, as I said, Mr. Terrell Mitchell, and he's calling in right now. I'm going to have him to say a few words about his jazz band. So, Mr. Mitchell.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you this evening?
I'm doing pretty good.
So the audience can actually hear you, as well as my guest this evening. So we have talked about Mount Zion Jazz Band being a part of this year's Elegant Evening of Jazz pre-concert performance.
Okay, awesome. Yes, we're super excited about it.
Yes. So will you share with my guest this evening, as well as the audience, a little bit about your ensemble?
Okay, so the Mount Zion High School, the group that you're going to see is going to actually be the Jazz Combo, which is an extension of the Jazz Band. Jazz Band generally has about 15 to 20 members, but the Jazz Combo is just probably about 4 to 5 members, usually a few of the top performers. So the Jazz Combo will consist of a piano player. Right now, I double with another student. I'm training up another student to play piano, so I play in the ensemble. A drum set player, an alto sax player, a tenor sax player, and a trumpet player. That's in our combo, which those instruments can change and vary depending upon what we're playing. The combo has provided music for entertainment purposes for various things around Clayton County Public Schools. Our last performance was at the Clayton County Park Jazz Festival in downtown Jonesboro. So we had a good time doing that performance. And that's how I got connected with Dr. Connolly. So I'm excited about this performance. My kids are very excited about it. We just like to get out. And a combo is a little bit different because they're not the lead show. They just provide music for the attendees of whatever event we're playing for. And my students really enjoy playing their music, but also not being necessarily in the spotlight. It gives them a chance to kind of explore a little bit more, and it's more of a low pressure performance situation. But yeah, we're really excited about it, about playing there and just showcasing our talent to the community.
Well, we're excited that you said yes, and I look forward to our audience having a taste of what I've already experienced and enjoying the talent and being a blessing to your band.
So I have a question for Terrell, if I may. Can you hear me?
Yes, he said yes.
Okay, Terrell. So how do you inspire your young musicians to connect with the rich history and emotion of jazz while encouraging them to bring their own unique style and creativity to the music?
Great question.
Okay.
Well, the jazz band is handpicked, selected by myself. So I select the students that participate in this group. The other components of the fine arts department, as far as the band goes, is the concert band, which is the beginning band. Then you have a symphonic band, which is the advanced level students. Then you, of course, have the marching band, which is our most visible component. And then we have other small groups like the jazz band, and even a smaller group from that jazz band is the jazz combo. So the students that play in the combo are already high-level musicians, which are hand-selected by myself. The music that we play, majority of it is selected by them. They come to me, they may say, hey, can we play this song? And I said, okay, well, if you can arrange it, we can play it. So a lot of the tunes that you guys hear are arranged by the students that are playing it. Some of them are arranged by me if I have an idea. Some of the music that we play, I may sit down at the keyboard and play the piano part and tell them to listen to learn a part. Because a lot of jazz history is lost in today in 2024. A lot of people think, hey, I need the sheet music. Can you give me the music? And the origin of jazz is not written down. It's not sheet music that you just pull out a notebook and read the music. It's felt. So the music that they're playing is tunes that's selected by them, that they like to play, that they want to play, and they get to basically learn their instrument, learn to explore different parts of their instruments while playing the songs that they're playing. So that's what kind of molds it together. That's why the group, to be honest with you, that's why the group sounds so good. It's not really me. It's me. I have a component in it, but the students, they really want to do it. So we're playing music that they selected. So I'm just kind of molding them and guiding them through the process with the music. And I can tell them what sounds good, what doesn't. Oh, maybe you should do this. And they go, oh. And so we kind of just, even at these performances, you hear us talking to each other while we're playing. Hey, try this out. Try this chord. Do this instead. Something new. I put them on the spot all the time. And they know that and they're ready for that. So, but again, that's why they're some of the highest performers in my band, is because I know that they're capable of that. So they already have that commitment and that passion. And a lot of the songs that you may hear may be a song that came out last year with the jazz rendition, maybe a cover. So it may be a tribute song, or maybe an original tune. So the passion, it just comes from the musicianship from within, and that's stemming from pride within the program.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, and we appreciate your time. We look forward to having you all on October the 6th, and I will follow up with you, and we'll confirm arrival time, etc.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so excited. You're so excited too.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
So because that was wonderful.
Awesome.
So I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yes. So I know we're getting close to the end of the hour, and I wanted to just share a snippet of our headliner for this year, just a little bit, and then we'll have closing remarks and prepare for our closing, because we're close. So this has been really fun. So while I do this, if you guys want to share a few thoughts, and I'm going to share this last piece here. So before I share, this is our headliner for October the 6th, 2024 at 5 p.m. at Spivey Hall. This is Gino Rosaria. And I want to give you guys just a peek of him performing.
Shenita, are you going to
Was
share
that
with
not
the
amazing?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Are you going to share with the viewers the other two artists that are in the lineup?
Yes, yes, yes. So we're excited this year to have the amazing. I'm sorry, I should have did the flyer. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead, Angela. Go ahead, share it.
I don't have the flyer on the on
Oh, you
here.
don't? Okay, no problem.
Sorry.
So to start the show this year, we have Lori Williams, a vocalist. Tom, I remember talking to Tom when I was thinking about which vocalist, and I shared with him a couple of different people, and Tom said it's a win-win either way. So Lori will kick
Easy to
the show off.
please.
Yes, she will kick the show off. So I'm excited to have Lori join this year. And then we will have Trey Daniels. I don't know if you guys know Trey, but Trey actually performed at my first book signing in 2018. And so I was gracious enough to be able to book him then, and I'm grateful to be able to have him again.
Wow.
And so Trey is the saxophonist. And then none other than the pianist, Gino Rosaria, is going to grace us with his talent on the keys. So, and of course, there will be a surprise performer joining them at the end for the encore. So I'm excited about that. And then this year, we're going to have Cornelius George as a comedian. So he's going to start us out with a little jokes. And none other than Morris Baxter will host the show again this year. So I'm excited to have Morris back this year, my jazz boo.
Yeah.
Morris knows he's my jazz boo. So excited. So please get your tickets now for October the 6th. spiveyhall.org under events. VIP tickets are sections A, B, and C, and you will be invited to a pre-concert reception with VIP tickets. So we look forward to having you all again this year. And we plan to have some wine this year.
Whoa.
Some wine this year. So yes, so I'm excited about that.
That's
And
nice.
it's definitely worth it to get in your VIP.
Yes. So wine for our VIPs, and then the after party will be at the 404 Sports Bar.
Okay.
Like last year. We had a ball, didn't we?
Oh, that was so much.
Courtney, you were there.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. It was
The after party. Yes, it was all that. So I want to just thank you all for joining me for this hour of a jazzy conversation. I'm always honored and thankful to have anyone that says yes. So, always.
When you twist their arm.
I try not to hurt him though.
Yes.
You never hurt Shenita. It's always joy.
I try not to. I really do.
Speak for yourself.
Look, Tom said, I don't know how to say no to her. That's really what he's saying. So you guys have an amazing evening. To the audience, thank you all so much. Paula, thank you. Vincent, Jared, and everyone else who joined us this evening. If you guys want to share a few closing remarks.
Well, I just say I wanted to extend a heartfelt thanks to your listeners, for joining us tonight, and to remember jazz isn't just music, it's a feeling, and it's a story, and it's a journey that brings us all together.
Yes. Courtney?
Yes. So get your children into music. Dress to impress when you come to this show, because I will be a photo and a lot of people will see it.
Yes.
And I just want to personally thank you too. You made us feel special, even as the quote unquote workers of the show. We had our own VIP in the back, and you served us we had our own spread, and just gracious. even though you were running around like a chicken, you were still top notch. You know, some people get flustered, and it's like you kept your composure. You made us feel special. And like I said, you would have never known this was your first show. Congratulations on your second and third and fourth and 10th and 20th.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I made a little mental note after last year's concert. I came kind of dressed down, and after seeing how well produced the event was, and just seeing that elegant dress that Shenita had on, I made a mental note. Dude, you got to bring it this year. You got to bring it. So I'm looking forward to the show. I'm looking forward to the event, and I'm looking forward to just letting my hair down and enjoy the. I know it's going to be a beautiful show, and I want to applaud you guys. Shenita, I mean, you're my hero. To see you venture out like that, just go off on a ledge and jump. It just says a lot about you and your love of life. And so I aim to live my life that way and keep on going, girl. Keep pursuing your dreams.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. You just don't know how much it means to me. This year has been a challenging year. My health has been challenged on many levels. And I said, you know, Lord, I'm just going to keep pushing, keep going, keep growing, keep trying to be a better me, a healthier me. So I am just grateful. So thank you all.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
yes.
Yeah.
And so we'll see you on the red carpet, October 6th.
Let's do it.
All right. You guys have a great evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you. Get some rest, Tom.
Oh, I am. I'm about to get it.
Yes. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.